Behind the heavy doors of Burlington, the silent scream, a nightmare institutionalized, killing childhood dreams. The sisters in their habits and the priests in holy robes, while the darkness grew inside those halls in cold and quiet modes. They taught the grace and mercy while they practiced only pain. A cycle of the broken heart, a deep and jagged stain. In the shadow of the steeple where the northern winter bites, they kept the secrets buried through the longest, coldest nights. Small hands held together, not in prayer but in fear. No one was coming for them, no one was ever near. Just the echo of the hallways and the creaking of the floor, and the sound of heavy metal as they locked the heavy door. St. Joseph's walls are talking, but the world refused to hear. A century of sorrow and a century of fear. They traded in the light for a cold and hollow stone, leaving every single child to suffer all alone. Yeah, the truth is coming out, ripping through the holy veil. Every victim has a name, every name has a tale. They called it discipline, but we know that it was hate, a systematic crushing of a spirit's fragile state. Between the years of suffering and the decades of the lies, you could see the frozen terror in a grown man's tired eyes. From the physical to mental, every boundary was crossed, counting up the bodies and the futures that were lost. The state looked the other way while the church protected sin, never letting any bit of outside sunlight in. They buried it in records and they buried it in dirt, quantified nothing but the magnitude of hurt. But the lake reflects the mountain, and the mountain knows the truth about the monsters in the basement stealing everybody's youth. St. Joseph's walls are talking, but the world refused to hear. A century of sorrow and a century of fear. They traded in the light for a cold and hollow stone, leaving every single child to suffer all alone. Yeah, the truth is coming out, ripping through the holy veil. Every victim has a name, every name has a tale. Now the building's gone to condos, but the energy remains. You can't scrub away the history of those specific stains. It's a heavy weight to carry for the city on the hill, where the ghosts of stolen innocence are crying loudly still. Justice came too late for some, and some are gone away, but we testify for everyone who didn't have a say. From the attic to the cellar, every brick is soaked in grief, looking for a reckoning, looking for some real relief. No more hiding in the shadows, no more secrets in the dark. Every survivor story is a bright and burning spark. We tear down a facade, and we look them in the eye, and we never let the memory of the suffering die. Burlington remembers what you did behind the gate. Too late for an apology, it's decades far too late. The Northern knows the story, the Lake knows the name. Wrapped in holy garments, but covered up in shame. Yeah, covered up in shame. Yeah, covered up in shame. Never forget the name. Yeah, covered up in shame.